going to flip over. All right, so DJ Qbert says, yeah, some things he disagree with. He says, but honestly, I don't trust it. I don't trust any politician. Well, let me read the whole thing. Trump. Some things he does I agree with. Some things he does I disagree with. I do watch the debates because of his humor, though. But honestly, I don't trust any politician. My vote would go straight to this boss lady right here, Candace Owens, for president. Now, if anybody doesn't know, Candace Owens is like a, super right-wing conservative, Black American that's married to a actually very wealthy slaveholding family, former slaveholding family, British family, and she's married into that family. And so and here you can see it says going viral. Candace Owens posts video, I do not support George Floyd. So Q-bert is posting that he does not support George Floyd, and that's why Craze came at him. So people are like, whoa, we're gonna read some of the comments from people, from fans. So I'm a fan of Craze, and I'm a fan of Q-bert. So this is kind of it's very sad for me to see two people that I've always looked up to see them going or to see one of them coming for the other one, but also to see one of them supporting kind of like anti-George Floyd stuff. All right, shout out. So I'm gonna wait till people get into the booth. So y'all are here in the booth with me. All right, so we're gonna talk about a very, very important subject. Let me see if I can figure out how to invite people. Let's see. I'm trying to invite. Let me see. Kid Jensen. I'm gonna invite a bunch of turntablists. All right. Let's see. Invite some people. Let's get this started. All right, Nicholas. I'm gonna invite Nicholas into the mix. Maybe DJ Focus. Maybe Rasp. All right, a bunch of cats, bunch of heads. DJ Wise. All right, Kesh. All right, we're gonna invite a bunch of people. Mo France, gonna invite Mo France up in the spot. Let's see, Matthew, John Swan. This is just a turntablist matter, so we're gonna speak on very, very important subject. This is dealing with what happened with DJ Qbert in the past week, and yeah, I'm gonna wait till some more people come into the crowd. All right, so let's see, Mark. All right, we're gonna get Phil up in here. We're gonna get a bunch of people up in here. All right, so I think this is probably a good time to talk. All right, Somatic. All right, so this is just a all right, cool. All right, we got some people in here now. All right, so basically what's going to be happening is we're going to be talking. This is going to be a short inquiry about what's going on between DJ Craze and DJ Qbert. So if you don't know already, DJ Craze is actually coming for DJ Qbert. And if you're wondering why would DJ Craze come for DJ Qbert, a legend in the Scratch game? They're both legends in the Scratch game who've actually toured together. But just recently, Qbert was making some posts on Instagram where he was supporting Candace Owens, which people should be able to support whoever they're supporting. But he reposted a post that was basically that Candace Owens had posted, that was basically saying that the whole George Floyd thing, that George Floyd is a bad person and he deserved what he was getting, and the cops were just doing their job type of a thing. That's Candace Owens' whole platform. And he was saying Qbert actually said Candace Owens for president. So Qbert being a Filipino American and DJ Craze being a Black American like myself, Craze, he goes by Crazeroni on Instagram. He actually came for Qbert, and let's see if I can show that right now. Let's see. So this is what Craze, when Craze came for Qbert. So Craze, he says, And the craziest thing about this is that he's laughing like what's happening is an effing joke. Trump fighting, Satanists, pedos, Alex Jones looking, yada yada. So Dante Ross, who's also a Facebook friend, Dante Ross, he's a former A&R that discovered a lot of key hip hop legends. He's a Caucasian American person, and a very important person as far as hip hop history and discovering a lot of famous hip hop groups, classic golden era groups. But yeah, Dante Ross came at Q-bert and was like, Q-bert, so to be clear, bro, you pro Trump now? And Q-bert's like, at Dante Ross, until I find more proof he's worse than Hillary, Soros, Obama, or Bill Gates. Because some things Trump does is good, like fighting off these Satanists and pedos, and some things he does I totally don't agree with. But the fact is, he be clowning the shit out of all of them other candidates. I can't wait till he clashes against Biden. That's going to be comedy exposure central. Biden better have a comedian in his earpiece for some comebacks in this one. And then, DJ Craze wrote, DJ Qbert, you a sucker. So, that's really serious. That's like what's happened in the turntablist world right now. This is a serious rift in turntablism. It might be the biggest rift in turntablism that's maybe ever happened in a long time, where people look view DJ Qbert as a legend in the game, and he is, and both him and Craze are legends. And so I'm going to show some more quotes. So this is just a post just about the Craze beef, because I'm going to give my own opinions on the subject in a whole nother video. I'm going to do a full investigation on that, but that's going to come later. But this is just what's going on between him and Craze. So Craze came at him for that, and there's other posts that he had made, and then there was also so let's look at what one of the main posts that they were talking about. I'm going to flip over. All right, so DJ Qbert says, yeah, some things he disagrees with. He says, but honestly, I don't trust any politician. Well, let me read the whole thing. Trump. Some things he does I agree with. Some things he does I disagree with. I do watch the debates because of his humor, though. But honestly, I don't trust any politician. My vote would go straight to this boss lady right here, Candace Owens, for president. Now, if anybody doesn't know, Candace Owens is like a, super right-wing conservative, Black American that's married to a actually very wealthy slaveholding family, former slaveholding family, British family, and she's married into that family. And so and here you can see it says going viral. Candace Owens posts video, I do not support George Floyd. So Q-bert is posting that he does not support George Floyd, and that's why Craze came at him. So people are like, whoa, we're gonna read some of the comments from people, from fans. So I'm a fan of Craze, and I'm a fan of Q-bert. So this is kind of it's very sad for me to see two people that I've always looked up to see them going, or to see one of them coming for the other one, but also to see one of them supporting kind of like anti-George Floyd stuff. So the thing is that like if we look at other people in the past, like let's say I'm gonna pull up. Let me see. I'm going to turn this back around. I'm going to look for, I forgot to pull up the Tila Tequila thing, but I'm going to type Tila Tequila Nazi. So for anybody that doesn't know, Tila Tequila is a MySpace kind of artist, MySpace generation artist. She got a lot of exposure during MySpace, and she's also Filipino American, and she's also kind of on the All Lives Matter right wing kind of tip. So also what Craze is coming at Q-bert for is the fact that he's pushing All Lives Matter stuff, and the main problem with us Black Americans, when we have problems with All Lives Matter, it's not because of the general idea of what all lives matter means. It's more of the fact that all lives matter is a reactionary movement to people pushing Black Lives Matter now, because 50 years ago, 100 years ago, nobody was saying all lives matter. They only started saying it when people started saying Black Lives Matter. So that's why it's a problem. It's because it's a reactionary kind of fascist movement. And so I'm gonna type Tila Tequila and then I'm gonna type Nazi. So Tila Tequila. Let's see, Tila Tequila Nazi, and then I'm gonna type images. And so we're gonna look at Tila Tequila. All right, so this is just to lay the groundwork that within. So yeah, she did this thing right here that caused a lot of controversy, where Tila Tequila wore like a Nazi. Let's see. Just like Prince Harry, just like Meghan Markle's husband, Tila Tequila wore the actual Nazi uniform. I mean the Nazi armband and an actual Nazi hat. And so this is kind of an I'm talking about Tila because there's a movement within the Asian community, be it 4chan, be it TikTok, be it a lot of different things all over the world. There's a lot of racism in Asia directed at Black people, but you can see that Tila is also a Trump fan, and I'm not. This thing is not about politics. Really, it's more about race relations and why DJ Craze would come for DJ Qbert. But this is just giving a little background and the fact that even within the Filipino American community, there is hatred towards Black people. And so now I'll flip back around. All right. So now we're going to go back to some of the Qbert quotes and some of what's been going on. So let's see. So I'm going to go to another thing that Qbert said. He actually, let's see. Let me find it really quickly. But yeah, this is really sad because I've looked up to these guys for decades, and most turntablists out there have also looked up, to both of these guys, and they went on they went on tour together actually. They had a whole amazing legendary tour where DJ Qbert and DJ Craze, I believe maybe the like 99 or 2000, 2001, like late 90s, around the turn of the millennium. They went on a really amazing tour, and to see them bump heads is very, very sad day. So this is a very sad day in turntablism that this rift had to happen. But everything happens for a reason, and so Qbert did delete his posts, and then he or maybe Richie from The Rebel deleted, or whoever deleted it, the post. He ended up, making a bunch of posts about, positivity and how the first people on Earth were Black, and he made a lot of positive, posts after that. So Craze's post was able to spark change and actually influence Qbert to handle things in a different way, but. That being said, the internet is still mad, and a lot of Qbert's European fans are actually All Lives Matter. On Turntables Broadcasting Network posted some of this stuff, and a lot of Caucasian diaspora, Euro diaspora people from Europe were saying like All Lives Matter, and so things are very, very polarized right now as far as turntablism. There's a lot of racism going on in turntablism. I've exposed like Vect in the past. I've exposed A-Track's racism in the past, and we'll have further lectures on A-Track's racism. But yeah, in this scenario, in this context, we're talking about DJ Craze versus DJ Qbert. So this is just about DJ Craze versus DJ Qbert and the dynamics between that. So now let me pull up some older slides. Let me see if I can find the main one where, because at some point, Qbert says all lives matter. And to a lot of black Americans, saying all lives matter is kind of like a racial epithet, and so let's look at what he actually said. So we're gonna go. Let's see. Do I have it pulled up? So he basically said, let's see. We're gonna find it. I'm gonna have to go a little bit farther back. Let's see. Where is this? All right, there we go. So I found it. Now, so right here we're looking at this. So Sparker Lewis says, "Damn, bro, not even one Black Lives Matter post. Seriously, not even one moment for the people who brought you the culture, your butter rug. I mean, the people who brought you the culture you butter you rugs with." Well, see, Q-bert has a thing called butter rugs, so that's what he's talking about. That's really incredible. At Spark Lewis, if you can't see, I'm for all lives matters, B word. So that's the main problem that people are really mad about, is him saying, one, him saying all lives matter, and then two, him saying Candace Owens for president or whatever. And everybody knows, I mean, not everybody, but people view her as like a kind of like a the most famous kind of black white right wing, I almost said white wing, right wing kind of activist, and I'm sure she's gonna start running for politics in the future, because she's all up in the press and all up on some clout stuff. But so people are really people are coming at Q-bert for this, and it's mostly his black fans that are coming for him, like Craze and even myself or other people. There's a lot of people that have been posting, like, but there are a lot of Caucasian fans that are in solidarity, as well as Asian and Spanish diaspora fans that have been coming at him too. And a lot of people are just like, oh, he's lost his mind, maybe he's like a meth or something, or whatever. And similar to like Stacey Dash, or similar to a lot of I'll put some other people's quotes. So it's like, oh wait, that's the original one. Let me see what is up here. So yeah, so it says, so yeah, so sad. I've been a huge fan since the late 90s, and I used to be all up in the forums and stuff, even scratch at an Octagon party once. I love the woke attitude and all one message back in the day, but it seems he's lost track of reality. It's one thing to question the mainstream, but this current streak seems so misinformed and disrespectful. So all the fans are hurt. Everybody's hurt. A lot of fans are hurt. Some fans aren't. Like I was saying before, some of the fans in Europe, they've been supporting the All Lives Matter stuff. They've openly expressed that. So let's look at some more of these things. Let's see. So now let's read this one. So this says, Q-bert is out of here. I don't care how talented he may be. Don't let his fake apologies fool you. He's been steady deleting all his replies and backpedaling since he's been called out. I refuse to believe someone who spends so much time spewing hate-filled conspiracy theories couldn't Google what All Lives Matter stands for. So when he posted the All Lives Matter thing, it was, he said, when he took it down, when he took down the post, I'll flip back. When he took down the post, he was saying that, he was misled by some friends, and, he was just forwarding stuff and he wasn't really reviewing it properly. But, somebody of his caliber, obviously knows what All Lives Matter means. And so a lot of Q-bert's fans were very hurt by this. And some fans have called to cancel Q-bert. Some fans have called to just expose Q-bert, or stop buying his products, stop buying Third Rumble and Dirt Style and things like that. This is a very emotional issue, sentimental issue for me, because Q-bert gave me a scholarship. Qbert gave me a scholarship 20 years ago, exactly, almost 20 years and like maybe a month and some change, at the Yerba Buena Center in San Francisco. I won the DJ Qbert scholarship at ScratchCon 2000. And he actually, when he gave me that $1,000, I actually turned around and I bought this. I got this this thing right here, this DJ Qbert mixer that costed $1,000. You know, so that mixer actually cost $1,000. I used the whole scholarship to buy it, the most futuristic mixer at the time. And you know, so that being said, you know, people say don't bite the hand that feeds you. And you know, and I believe in that parable. You know, if it's like, you know, you're a kid or something and you're not grown up yet, and it's your parents. But I don't believe in that parable in this case, in this context, and that, you know, he's, you know, Qbert's hooked me up in the past. I can't, especially as a Black American, I can't, a native Black American, I can't let that fly, you know. So I'm doing 2 investigations on this. This is just the DJ Craze one, that we're just going to talk about the dynamics between him and DJ Craze.